Hello everyone, it is me, Louie, aka Duncan Gaming, and I will be doing my, is it third? Yeah, it's the third collection video, because the first one, what collection video? Customs video, sorry. Because the first one was about Oliver and the troublesome trucks I made, the second one was about all the narrow gauge engines, OCs, and now the third one with a whole mix of characters to cover. So first let's cover some old customs I made before. First one being this random box fan, if we put the camera on, yep. I don't think I've got any more pictures of making these guys, but this random box van. I don't think I've showed these in videos yet. And a brake van, just an ordinary brake van. Finally, I've got an ordinary. Why is it focusing on the narrow gauge engines in the back? Come on, come on. Focus on the, there we go. Just an ordinary brake van, I finally have one. Yippee, that one that isn't towed to the spiteful brake van. So, this is also not new, but I feel like I have to showcase it. I feel marvelous! Yes, it's Super ED. I used a, I should probably mention what I used for. So for these two, I used the two circus trucks, the monkey and the lion one, because what use was I going to have for them in a video other than the Henry and the Elephant remake, which I already just did. So yeah, after that remake was done, I had no use and turned them into actually useful pieces of rolling stock. Anyways. This used a Take and Play Diesel 10, obviously. You can tell by the height. If we get Duncan here, you can see the height difference is ridiculous. But yeah, I took his claw off. I still have Pinchy, which I could use for another custom. And I made the decals myself. Well, the Super ED one, the high voltage sign I just took off Google. But yeah, really, it was kind of hard to paint because of the lines, but I'm really happy with how Super ED turned out. Obviously, you should know who he is by now. I'm not going to go explain it. Alright, let's actually get onto the new customs that I made recently. First one is probably the least impressive, but still one of my favourites. So this might just look like an ordinary Rusty. Well, you would be correct, but if we look at the side, well, I thought, didn't you already make a custom Rusty face? Yeah, I do. It's right here. Wait, if this face is right here, then what has he got on? Well, I'm very upset right now, yes. So for those of you unaware, me and my good friend Angelo were dicking around in Roblox Studio last night. I have a game called High Up in the Hills, and I was just like changing the faces of Rusty, and we basically got the top half of his sad face, the bottom half of his sad face and the top half of his angry face, and we made the absolute amazing creation of upset Rusty, pissed off Rusty, and we did a whole joke at all. He's like very upset right now. And I gave him a custom face, and it's interchangeable with his normal face. Oh, hello! Yeah, so I can swap them out whenever I want. And if I get a third Rusty, I'm definitely going to make a custom horrified face, because the large scale one, because I think that's funny as hell. Anyways, the Rusty out of the way. Next, we have a very simple custom, but good and effective. It's Flower Power Thomas. I gave him the shocked face, even though you can kind of see his smile there. It's possibly the easiest custom to make of all time. It's just get us Thomas and paint him all white. Look at him. It's even a 2-year-old can do this easily. So yeah, I forgot. This is a take along Thomas. You can tell if it's take along because of the rivets on the bottom. But GBR used to take along Percy. I try to go for a season 2 styled face with the open mouth. And yeah, no really reason as to why I made this. This is kind of based on, oh shit, I forgot to give them the windows. Yeah, I'll do that later. This is kind of based on Trojan, but this is more just like freelance Great Western Percy. Obviously gave him the Great Western Green, which is different from the one I gave Oliver. It's darker, more like real life. Black wheels looks really nice, green rainbow. I'm happy with, I just now noticed the windows though. I'm definitely gonna have to paint them in later, but I'm really happy with how this Percy turned out. Let's just get onto another custom which also used to take along Percy, but modified to be a different shape. It's engine number 13. And yeah, I added clay to this to give him that accurate shape of the boiler and the smoke box. Again, Percy repaint. I'm not going to punish myself for not doing the windows because, well, he's black and you wouldn't be able to see them. But engine 13, I did the black version, not the... I know in the illustrations he's grey, but I think the black just looks better and he looks really good next to Donald and Douglas, which is the characters he interacts with in the story. I might do a blue version, Northwestern blue, because one of my friends, OCs, is 13, but blue, and he's called Zach, so I'm gonna call this guy Zach. All right, next up we have 98462. I used a fake along Molly base and a hero tender, take and play. Yeah, I used a fake Molly. I did the Railway Series face, obviously not the M1 in NWR Origins for obvious reasons. You should know, I'm not going to get into that, but I gave him yellow lining as he has in the illustration, and the reason why I used a hero tender, simple reason, it was the only spare tender I had. It's not the best, but it's good enough. And we don't really know what his tender looks like, so it's acceptable. But yeah. Next we have an OC. Not one I created though. It's a very popular series for express engines, and this is Derby the diesel engine. Now, it's a bit sloppy, but I'm still really happy I made him. Just got the screenshot from one of the episodes. I think it was Keeping Up with Castle. That's the way I got it from. And yeah, it has stripes. And I'm really happy with how it's turned out. Like the red line. Audrey, that's really clever. Audrey contractors. I might make Castle one day. I just need to find someone to use as a base that works. Okay, we've got 2 customs left. Next we have Little Giant. Now, oh gee, I wonder what I used for this guy. Oh, I think I used Fearless Freddy, yeah. Scott Louie Railway, Little Giant. I didn't print the faces off yet, because I kind of want to keep the Mighty Mac faces. I actually gave him the windows, yippee. The shade of yellow. Fun fact, when I originally painted him, I mixed the wrong colours and I accidentally got orange instead. But yeah, even colour's still not correct. But hey, I'm just happy I have Little Giant. Oh, I forgot to mention, if I have any behind the scenes pictures of them, I'll definitely put them on the screen. And lastly, we have I'm not trying to be biased because this is my character, and I think he's the best custom I've ever made. Bring him in. It's the Quarry fucker. It's Louie the Quarry Engine, and let me get my original design for him. When I compare the two, it's night and day. He's so much. Let's go over all the differences. First off, the shade of green is correct. He's meant to be the grungy, dark, dirty shade of green. And, well, this one has buffers. I just paint them on. He doesn't have buffers. Yippee. And yeah, you can see how much and that's a problem. He gets stuck to up as easily. Look at, you can see the weathering I gave to him. And I'm so proud. Now, I did give the old one weathering, but it was paint. This is paint weathering. And it's still, I think it still looks good, especially on the back. But it just doesn't look as real. This is real weathering right here, real weathering powder. I used this for some of the troublesome trucks I made. I think I forgot to mention that in the first video, but face printed off, also printed it off a bunch of other customs. Sandboxes made of cardboard. This is almost entirely made of cardboard. Running board is made of cardboard. I think the only things here that are not made of wood or cardboard is the smoke box is made of foam with a cardboard strip around it to give it the smooth edge. And the bars are made of like wire, metal wire, like. But yeah, scratch built it. This is, for those of you who don't know, Louie is meant to be based on the original designs on the Chorus Railway. He's still the same basis as the handle, but with the open cab, the lack of coal bunkers. And I based him on one specific picture where he has a massive sandbox at the front of him. And it's not massive because I wanted you to see his face, but I added that. The old version has that as well, but it's not as good. And then, yeah, the whistle. I like the yellow whistle. It makes a tiny bit of vibrance. Again, any behind the scenes pictures I'll post on screen while I'm talking about Louie. Printed off nameplate numbers. If you could fit a Lego minifigure doesn't fit in there, but if you had a really tiny figure, you could fit them in there. I love the shade of green I chose, and the weathering. I think I did such a good job. This is probably my favorite custom. I mean, obviously because it's my OC, that has something to do with it, but it genuinely looks great as well. Even if I made like, I love this guy. Also, I forgot to mention I used a one of those tipper trucks. I think it's the orange tipper truck I used for Louie's wheels. But yeah, I don't really have anything else to say. I mean, old versus get out of here. Yeah. Oh, he's also got the correct wheel configuration now. And he is meant to be a small squat engine. And indeed, he's a small squat engine. Look at him next to Duncan. He's correct now in size. And unlike the old version, which is just as tall, which is inaccurate. But yeah, that is pretty much all the customs I have for this video. I wonder when part 4 is going to come out. Now, this is not every custom I'm making right now. I've still got plenty of more customs on the way, including a green Rosie, the mine engine, and one of my friend's OCs. So stay tuned for them in probably part 4. So I'm trying to get an angle where all my customs, let's just put the angry face here, very upset. So let's zoom out and try and get them all in the same shot as the end. The brake van, there we go. This is all the customs I made. I hope you enjoyed the video and I'll see you in the next one.